Hi, this is Raj from MR Sportscars. In this video I'm going to show you a retrofit we've performed on this Porsche 997 Gen 2 Carrera 3.6 manual. It's a retrofit we've done before on a PDK, but we haven't done one on a manual before, and that is the Sport Chrono Package Plus retrofit, as per the Porsche kit that you order from a Porsche main dealer or via Porsche Reading directly. So this car didn't come with Sport Chrono Package Plus. It doesn't have the dashboard mounted stopwatch like this car here it has. So you can see that binnacle there with the timer on there. This car doesn't have that from the factory, but you can enable all of the functions other than the timing. So you can have, in the case of a manual, the Sport button added. If it was a PDK, it would add the Sport Plus button because it would have the Sport button from the factory. So the manuals didn't come with a Sport button if you didn't have Sport Chrono Package Plus. And this car, previously, you'll see a video now, I'm just going to show you, didn't have that button. And now it does. So there is the Sport button, and I'll just show you how that works. Exactly the same as the factory kit, as if it was spec from the factory, other than, as I said, having that stopwatch on the top of the dashboard. So I've just started it up just so you can see what the displays look like. So actually from the factory, this car only came with 3 buttons on this. So it came with the traction control button, the button to put the spoiler up and down, and the PASM, because it was factory fitted with PASM. And then previous owner had the retrofit kit fitted by a Porsche main dealer for the switchable sports exhaust. And now, at the request of the new owner of this car, we've had the Sport Chrono Package Plus fitted. So when you press that, it also engages the PASM Sport, and it also engages, let me just get a better view of that without the sun glare. It also engages the Sport button there. So you can see that with a steering wheel without the LED displays in it, so the Sport design type steering wheel, or even the multifunction with the extra display, the car knows that, and it will instead put the display up in this corner here to show you that it's in Sport, and with a PDK it will say Sport Plus. But as I said, it will also engage the Sport suspension setting, so that makes the ride firmer as an automatic. So when you press it, it will engage both, and when you switch it off, if you haven't engaged the PASM separately, it will switch the PASM off as well. But you can switch that off yourself manually, independently. So you can have the full Sport mode, which in a manual it will make the throttle much more sensitive to your movements. It won't increase the power. That's all it does, is it increases the sensitivity of the throttle pedal, and also it has the convenience of switching the PASM on as well to its firmer ride setting. But if you switch that on and off independently of the Sport, and then leave it on, then you switch off the Sport button, it will leave the PASM on because it knows you've controlled that, whether you've turned it on or off. It will know that. So it's a very sophisticated setup in that it knows how it was enabled, not just it was enabled. So I really like how that's all now as it would have been from the factory and working exactly as it should. And the new owner is going to be thrilled that it now has that functionality as well. So that's a nice little retrofit you can do. In the UK, the cost of that retrofit isn't cheap, but it does add that extra sort of driver involvement when you're on the road. It costs in the region of £800 to £900, depending on how much the parts prices are, which do vary slightly, especially year on year, but they sometimes do go up without notice, so something to be aware of. But that's a guide price, it's sort of budget for £900, I would say, to have that retrofitted. And then, so what that comes with, the retrofit isn't just actually the switches, it also includes an unlock code. So there's an encrypted key that Porsche Germany need to provide that is unique to this car. So they take the VIN number and they give you, for a cost, that unlock key for this car. For then PWIS, the diagnostic tool, once you've physically installed the switches, which also you order from Porsche, you can then enable the Sport Chrono Package Plus feature by putting in that encrypted key through PWIS, and then it will enable it on the car going forwards. So that's how that's done, and it's a nice little addition and something that to bear in mind if you do find a car, say without the switchable exhaust, without Sport Chrono, you can retrofit those, subject to availability of the parts. So yeah, I hope you found that piece of information useful, and please do like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.